10,000 years later, and I'm finally here with a new video. Thanks to two fucking hurricanes. You know, it's not my fault that I'm so behind, and look, you can hear by the echo that I'm in a new place right now. And there's no cat, there's no cookies, there's nothing. There's a dog, but thankfully the dog has been quiet all morning, so I'm gonna try and record this right now while that dog is sleeping, because it's a tiny yippity yak dog and likes to freaking bark, bark, bark. So hopefully the drugs have kicked in. I did not drug the dog, I'm just telling a joke. And it's sleeping. But either way, I'm back here finally in a moment in time where I can share something with you and hang out and talk about silly shit. Because I think we both needed that, right? That's why you're happy to see a video. You go like, oh my god, there's a new video. What a miracle. They're fucking alive. And I'm like, yes, I am alive. I'm alive and I'm good. I'm trying to catch up with old ass work. But can I just say one thing? I'm so happy that I made the plate the way it looks like in this image. You have no idea how much I struggled to figure out a good way to do that played. Make it look like it's actually played. Because played, for the most part, all you have to do is two thick lines, one horizontal and one vertical, and then four smaller lines that go through them, horizontal and vertical. And that's it. Those are all the lines you really need. But I always struggle with it because there's always played out there that looks different. And boy, the echo in this room is very noticeable. I hope that doesn't bother you too much. One day I'll get my own studio that has a soundproof around me and that doesn't have that fucking echo. But that's what we got. That's what we gotta deal with right now. I'm in a way better situation than I was before, and that's all I can be thankful for. I hope you guys are doing just as fine. But yeah, that played. I was struggling with it, but I figured it out before I started coloring it, because I made them all in separate layers. Like, the layers are actually named. I don't know if you can see that, but maybe on your highest high quality, you could see what it says. Like, some of them say horizontal second, or vertical second, something like that. I don't fucking remember anymore, even though I'm looking right at the video, but I'm not paying attention to it. You know, like you guys. Aw, zing! I'm just being friendly. Come over here. Come back. Just sit next to me. Keep watching this video. Just to either hear me out or just to watch it, because you're just muting me and you don't give a fuck anymore. You know, that's fine. You can mute me all you want. It's not like I like you or anything, or appreciate your existence and that you helped me out and stuff. Maybe you are one of my Patreonists who are super generous and did not leave my Patreon simply because a humanitarian disaster went through the island. You know, something cool like that. I don't know. But either way, I'm glad that I have a place again to continue working. Cause let me be honest. Let me bring the news to you. I don't have money to refund anything right now. So the fact that little to no commissioners went up to me to ask for a refund during those times means a whole lot to me. I know that's a very small thing to be grateful for, because even if they did ask, I'd be telling them a humanitarian disaster just went through my home, and that kind of meant that I had to use my emergency funds. And after that, those emergency funds were done with, I had to use these funds whenever the ATM was available. I had to take out that money, and the lines were fucking, the lines were freaking hours long. So, I kind of don't regret spending all that time taking out all the money I needed for at least 2 months to feed 3 mouths and a neighbor. Thank God our neighbors were super sweet. They were super nice and helped out whenever they could. They were very generous to us, and we tried to give back to them in that way. So I would have told them that. It would have sounded really unprofessional to me, but I had no choice. I think my friend put it best when they said, you kind of have the best excuse in the whole world not to give somebody a refund. But that makes me feel like shit, because when somebody asks for a refund, you should give them the refund. That's just the thing you do. If you had some work done, you give them partial refund because you gotta be paid for the labor. Even if the work isn't done, the commission is the labor you put into it. So, not necessarily the artwork. A lot of people don't know this, so commissioners, when you commission somebody, be sure to say that you're also buying the artwork and how much more do they need to pay, how much more you want to pay in order to have the artwork. Because that's something people miss out on a lot, because commissioners, all you're doing is buying somebody's labor for them to do a thing. You're not really buying the artwork, the right to the artwork itself. Because a lot of people, some people just commission and they go like, you can't post that anywhere. I didn't give you permission to post it anywhere. Nah. And I was like, I'm sorry, but it doesn't work that way, because the art is still theirs. It's still their personal work. You just happen to pay for the labor in order to make that work, but you didn't pay to actually own it. So be clear before you commission somebody that you really want this artwork, and ask what they can do with that artwork. Can you use it commercially? Can you use it for your own personal things? Like, tell the artist that, hey, I don't want this to be public. And make sure you say that before doing anything. Those are things you should make sure you have all on hand. You go like, Timmy, you cannot use that on your mug. I'm sorry, you can't do it. Nope. That's all you gotta do. Like, same goes for tattoos and all that stuff. I think that becomes more obvious the more you want to be commercial with your shit. But this goes to people that commission fan art and stuff like that, because I think a lot of people get very possessive when they didn't mark the rules beforehand. It's really, you tend to forget, but I'm trying to make a form where you have to file out exactly what you're going to use the commission for, because I've gotten into so many situations where the commissioner doesn't want me to post anything, and I just, it's too late. I posted it. It has 400 notes. It's gonna be on the internet forever now, dude. It doesn't matter if I erase it. It's better if I keep it, because then people know where it's from, instead of erasing it and now it's just in the ether of Tumblr or Twitter now. You know, it's way better that way. So I hope you learned something from this video, commissioners. Now you know how to handle yourselves like a big man. And if you have other questions, feel free to throw them at me, because I can use those to fill out time on these videos. It's really hard to talk by myself for 10 plus minutes, man. It's only been, what, 8 minutes? 9 minutes? That's impossible. I need a friend, man. I need to do this like a podcast of sorts, just a mini podcast. The thing about those is that you tend to have a lot of pauses between your friends when you're talking, and that fills up time way faster, and I don't have long enough videos for that. If I had like half an hour long videos, then it'd be fine, but that's not the format I deal with. I'm not monetizing these videos on YouTube. I don't need that. I got a Patreon, baby. Got Patreon. And I got a coffee too. So if you want to keep supporting the stuff I do and what I'm working towards, especially in these dire times, I would super duper appreciate it. I changed a bunch of things in Patreon. Now for $5 you can get all the process videos and all the process gifts. You can have all those things, plus if I ever feel like it, you can have like a HD version of a drawing that I made for myself, because I rarely do those, but when I do, I'll just put the HD download for $5 Patreon pledgers, and it'd be good old dang old time. Like, you pretty much get everything for $5. That's what I mean. Like, you get the porn. Because I still draw that. I still draw that stuff. I still draw the dingles. So, if you want to see dingles, $5 is also good, but $3 is just as good, man. Just as good. I hope that actually fixes a lot of issues with my Patreon, because I think $7 was a little overkill. It didn't need to be there. So, sorry about that. Now there's a bunch of videos you haven't seen before on Patreon, so... Like, nobody was watching those videos. That's what I'm saying. Absolutely nobody. So I was like, I need to change this, because $7 is too much for a fucking video that you're only gonna see once and then forget about forever and ever. I'm gonna try and do commentary on those small videos, just so they feel more worth your time. But they're so small, and most of them are only 4 minutes long. I don't know what I can fill out that time with. Like, maybe I'll talk about and critique a movie. Let's see if I can critique a movie under 5 minutes, like I'm fucking Jeremy Johns or something. Anyway, thank you so much for listening to me and watching this beautiful video come to fruition. I'm doing this in Adobe Premiere, bruh. I got Adobe Premiere. Oh, man. Fun times ahead with Adobe Premiere. I can't wait to do more silly editing shit with this. So, here we go, man. I was going to do something crazy with some of the editing tools on this video, but I think I'm going to leave these videos to be very simple, very nice videos. I don't want them to be too complicated and just explode your eyeballs with them. No, I'm not going to do that. I don't have a camera though, so I won't be able to do GIFs as often. I'm going to try, but I'm not too sure if I can. Not too sure. Not super confident in those. I have to still use my cell phone. My cell phone has way better quality images than the cameras around here, so I'll use that instead. Anyway, I hope you have a fine-ass day, a fine-ass morning and afternoon, evening. So, I'll see you guys later, okay? See you on the next video. Goodbye, everybody. Bye. Goodbye. I'm a hair in a hand, there's a few seconds left, oh, I'm filling it up with some bullshit. I'm wearing a hand, but I'm down in a banana. Banana Hannah. I'm a banana Hannah? A banana hammock. I think that's what I was thinking about. Banana hammocks. Banana hammocks! They're so tight.